are all individuals who have challenged society. And by doing so, have made a huge contribution towards the advancement of humankind. When you question social order, the common ideas of civilization evolve positively. It is human nature to challenge society, and that is why people have always been pushing the envelope on what's acceptable since time began.
Pope Paul III loved my theory of Earth's movement.
I presented it to him and he accepted it.
I almost got scientists believing in me, but so much actually they're afraid me, just to protect what had been accepted for ages. Afraid of the change, I'm telling you. We're getting nowhere faster this way.
Because he decided to go against what the church believed to be scientifically true, our understanding of the solar system has changed immensely. He sacrificed his image and social status at the time because he, as a scientist, knew the truth and had to let it out. Authors have portrayed the benefits of questioning social order in several of their books, including Watership Down. In this book, a group of rabbits question an oppressive, gruesome rabbit dictator. The result of the rabbits' challenging of society was a new Warren full of peace and prosperity. However, even the people who aid in the extension of social idealism can have their doubts about how the future will turn out.
How could they do it? How could they?
I don't know, but they did it. They've done it before, and they did it tonight, and they'll do it again. And when they do, it seems that only the children weep. Sometimes they just cannot accept that changes can and will take place. If an entire group of people have this no change and everything is as it should be idealism, such as most whites during the social rights movement, they start to become stubborn.
I have a dream.
But stubbornness is no match for a strong and righteous movement.
What if the world is just a big disappointment? Unless you take the things that you don't like about this world and you flip them upside down, and you can start that today.
That's me, and that's 3 people, and I'm going to help them. Then they do it for 3 other people, then they do it for 3 more. But it has to be something really big, something they can't do by themselves.
One of these social seeds is all it takes to spark a huge change. Atticus planted such a seed when he defended Tom Robinson at court.
There is nothing more sickening to me than a low-grade white man who will take advantage of a Negro's ignorance. Now don't fool yourself. It's all adding up, and one of these days, we're going to pay the bill for it.
Art and music are also other ways for individuals to express themselves and make a difference.
Elvis Presley first was performing on Ed Sullivan's show, and they only filmed him from the waist up because of his dancing moves. So Elvis was really one of the first rock and roll guys that was causing quite a stir. Women were fainting and girls were crying, and he was considered in some ways offensive because of the way he was moving. Another person I think of is Stravinsky with The Rite of Spring. It was actually written for a Russian ballet, but people were so outraged. In 1913, it was a very conservative time, and in 1913, when the dancing and the music were combined together, it provoked a riot. I think musicians have really challenged the culture. It's hard to say if the music has affected the culture or if the culture has affected the music, but there is definitely a connection between social norms and controversy and the arts.
Alright,
Well, pop culture kind of was part of a period called pop art, and a big piece of pop art was talking about commercialism and representing how the American grocery store looked. Andy Warhol is one of the famous pop artists of the time, and he was really okay with definitely in the art world. He challenged those ideas of what art was, definitely because of his art being so non-traditional. Yeah, I think it opened the door for artists in the future and past after him to create artwork that did something similar, or it went even farther and challenged art in other ways. But definitely he was one of those artists that created artwork that challenged the mainstream idea.
No matter how much people resist a changing world, there will always be exceptional people who go against culture and defeat the uncompromising.
Soon as school starts again, I'm gonna ask Walter home for dinner. He can come over sometimes after school. Atticus can drive him back to Old Salem. Maybe he can stay the night.
We'll see about that.
Why not, Auntie? They're good folks.
They're not our kind of folks.
Maybe he can come over to play sometime.
No, he can't. And I'll tell you why. Because he is trash.
Individuals who resist change are committing a futile act because social change is an unstoppable power.
Love my art? Because I sure do. It's new, it's exciting, it's different. My art has helped change the world. Have you ever gone to a grocery store? Yeah, well, that's my art on the ads. I guess you could say I helped shape commerce. Most of what I do, most artists wouldn't even dare try. So by coloring outside the lines, I've helped shape the world.
Yes, I challenge what was socially acceptable.
And because I push the envelope on what is deemed acceptable,
Society looks at themselves differently. The music world will never be the same.
Societal beliefs will always be evolving because questioning humanity as a whole is an inevitable process that can only result in the betterment of mankind.